So I am all over the DFW market looking for a new rare plant. We'll see at Lowe's if I'm able to find one, or if I'm just going to be able to find some of these easy care house plants. You will have to watch till the very end because I honestly found another rare house plant find from Costa Farms. So stay with me in this detailed big box store plant shopping video where I talk about budget-friendly options and also hunt for some of these rare plants. Right now, we are looking at this Philodendron heteroecium Brazil, but trust me, you won't want to miss this new rare plant that I have found the very first time ever at a big box store. Let's take a look and let's go shopping together. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and you guessed it. Today we are going to be big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out here in North McKinney, Texas. You already know, plant foldies, that I am going to be searching for these rare plants that are making it out at the big box stores for summer 2026. I know that Costa Farms recently released a variegated inner Hoya compacta. We've seen them release so many new rare plants. So of course, I'm gonna go ahead and take you alongside with me as we go plant shopping for summer new plant finds, budget-friendly options, and easy care options. So of course, wait till the very end of the video to see if we find some amazing plant finds. And then for those, of course, that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie and I do daily plant content. So if this is your type of niche, if you want to see daily plant shopping videos, go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on, and better yet, go ahead and press the like button as well, because it does push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. As you can see right over here, I am just outside in the outdoor garden section. You already know I love to showcase some of the outdoor garden plant finds as well as the indoor tropical plants. Have no fear, the main event is going to be here, but I do like to talk about some of the summer outdoor gardening options. I have been feeling so amazing in terms of the growth of our plant YouTube channel, just because we've gotten so many new plant foldies. So really appreciate that. And on top of that, my new plant podcast, Grow Talks, right over here, recently premiered. So if you are a plant foldie or somebody that may have missed the premiere episode featuring my 91-year-old grandmother, go ahead and look for this thumbnail right over here in my YouTube channel. The Grow Talks Plant Podcast will have an episode every Tuesday throughout the summer, starting at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So let's go ahead and go in here and check out some of the outdoor garden plants, and then we're gonna check the indoor tropical plants. So you already know the format. I like to just showcase what the outdoor garden sections look like, especially for summer 2026. So we're just gonna take a gander, take a look at some of the plants that they have in the outdoor garden section, and then we're gonna quickly look at the indoor tropical sections. We'll spend a little bit of time just walking through here and seeing some of the plants. So you can see right here, we have some plants that are adaptable as indoor house plants. This one is for $12.98. This is a Japanese Aralia, or a Fatsa japonica. Look at that right over here. Really beautiful plant. You can grow these indoors. The only thing is they kind of behave kind of like English ivy. When you bring them indoors, they are very spider mite prone, so you just have to watch for that. And of course, if you already know, I have to always feature the beautiful Arabian jasmine. This one is for $12.98. And if you didn't know, this is the national flower of my family's home country, which is the Philippines. For those that are new and just discovering this YouTube channel, I am a Filipino American content creator that makes YouTube videos about plant shopping, plant care tips, and I always love to share my heritage and culture. I do think that it is very important for all of us to learn about different cultures, specifically my Filipino roots. But as you can see here, This is a super full, massive selection of outdoor garden plants. You can even see here throughout the season, we have these crotons, and these ones are for $19.98. I have successfully been able to grow crotons outdoors in full sun. They really do prefer quite a bit of light. It even says here full sun up to 6 hours. They also like consistent watering. They don't like to stay dry for too long. When you bring these indoors, they don't behave as well because our indoor spaces don't always provide the best lighting or the lighting that is sustainable. But as I walk through this Lowe's location, you can see that summer is here. And with summer, you see beautiful bougainvillea flower blooms. I mean, just look at that. I honestly wish my grow zone would be able to grow bougainvillea flowers long term throughout the year, but my grow zone is 8B, and these plants would end up freezing to death in the winter. They're not hardy to cold weather. And of course, we have the Tropic Escape series by Costa Farms. $34.98. This is the Peach Mandevilla Vining, and I'm going to just show you the details. Just look at how pretty that bloom is. I love tropical blooming plants, and again, if you are going to grow these ones would most likely be an annual plant unless you take them indoors to overwinter them and protect them from the cold weather that you experience during the winter. But it is hot. Summer is here, and with summer you can see that there are still quite a bit of plants. One plant that I want to highlight that is very popular is crepe myrtle. So during the summertime you can see that these blooming trees are in bloom. These are very popular actually in the McKinney, Texas area. You can see several landscapes with these beautiful blooming crepe myrtles. The thing about crepe myrtles is they do prefer full sun. They are drought tolerant and hardy for very hot weather. So I think this is pretty awesome, and you just get these beautiful blooms. I would even say they are considered the Texas cherry blossom in a sense that you get these beautiful blooms in summer. And then over here is a beautiful Tropic Escape series, $79.98. We've got an alocasia mixed with other tropical plants. And you can't go to a big box store like Lowe's and not see a great selection of succulents and cactus. That is another selection that I like to delve into whenever I go to Lowe's locations. I am curious for the plant foldies that have been watching my big box store plant shopping videos. In the comments section, let me know if you actually grow succulents and cactus. I have recently gotten into succulents and cactus, and I have a couple of succulents and cactus that I will be receiving from overseas from succulentasia.com. But as you can see right here, you can find very much so budget-friendly options in the outdoor garden section. So if you haven't gotten your summer garden, then now is the peak time to go plant shopping, even for your outdoor spaces. I mean, you can just see right over here just the amount of plants that they have. This is another popular summer plant. This is a potato vine right over here. Very vigorous grower, and you even have some that are in different colors. I love the deep purple, but we also have these like bronze colors. They kind of remind me of maple leaves, and you can see right there. And it's funny how for $4.98 you can get an easy care house plant, the golden pothos, right over here. So as I continue to just walk around and show you all of the outdoor garden section of this Lowe's location, I hope you're inspired to plant a summer garden. I know that my plants outside are doing extremely well, and that's actually a good hack as well to grow some of your indoor plants outdoors in a shaded area. You will definitely get a lot of growth out of them. And then of course, here is another plant that signifies summertime, and that is the beautiful hibiscus right here. So they've got different varieties. This one is for $16.98. And then obviously the plant massive drop, or at least the plant that is now more readily available, is this Monstera Thai Constellation. Gorgeous plant here. And you can see that the collection actually has like neon pothos, golden pothos, and just a philodendron heteroraceum. So that one is one container planter with a Monstera Thai constellation. Look at how gorgeous the variegation is here. And remember, these plants used to cost hundreds of dollars, and now they are at very much so affordable plant prices. These rare plant finds we are finding at big box stores. I mean, you can see this is under $44, $43.98, and you get a mature Monstera Thai constellation, beautiful fenestrations. And that always goes to show that if you just wait long enough, no matter how rare a plant is, it will eventually go down in price. And, you know, I talk about ways to save money, ways to manage your finances, especially in the houseplant collecting niche. Patience is a virtue. Make sure that you're waiting on the plants to just go down in price. Eventually they will. And you can see right over here, this one is just basically pushing out like full-blown variegated leaves. And this is what happens when you have no chlorophyll. Like, this is purely white right over here. There is not even any green, and that's what happens. It'll just eventually get crispy like this. But you know, we all love our variegated plants. This one would just need to probably chop here in order to get a little bit more stabilization, or at least a little bit more green coloration there in order for it to be sustainable. But I do love that they have these Monstera Thai constellations. I do love the fact that they are super full at this Lowe's location. So I'm going to talk about a couple of plant products, and then we're going to go inside the indoor tropical section. Hi, plant foldies. This is Richie again. I am back, and you can see right over here a couple of plant products that I like to talk about, especially when it comes to planters, is my love for a very minimalistic, modern, contemporary look. And you can't go wrong with terracotta planters. So they have this one right here for $6.98. This is a little bit more shallow of a pot. This is the azalea pots right here. But terracotta planters, let me know in the comments section if you actually grow a lot of your plants in terracotta planters. Here are the benefits of growing plants in a terracotta planter. Number one, aesthetically, it always gives you a classic uniform look. If all of your plants right over here are grown in terracotta planters. Number two, if you are somebody that actually overwaters or waters your plants more frequently than you should, terracotta kind of helps to remove that moisture in the soil substrates. So that's one way for if you're an overwaterer, then you need to go ahead and just put your plants in terracotta planters. And then number three, there are certain plants that are better suited for terracotta planters. Plants that like to be on more of the drier side or fast draining soil. For instance, succulents, cactus, aglaonema, plants like that that prefer to be more on the drier side. And of course, they're also budget friendly. One of my favorite looking terracotta planter shapes would be this one right over here, $4.98. These are the Cabo terracotta planters. I love how it has got a clean silhouette to it. And when we talk about just plant aesthetics, terracotta planters, I recommend it. I hope you guys are also into terracotta planters. You already know, plant foldies, every single plant shopping episode, I have a top pinned comment in the comment section. Would you go ahead, pause for a second and respond to my pinned comment? I love that engagement. I love opening a discussion. Let's talk about terracotta planters right in the comment section right here. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start making my way to the indoor tropical section. I hope you guys haven't like swiped away or clicked away, because I am very much so somebody that likes to just talk about plants. One last plant product I love to show is obviously the Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer, $11.98 right over here. One of the best fertilizers. And for me, I just feel like this type of fertilizer is just universal, and you can use this for pretty much every single fertilizer, any type of like plant. It's a really good one, and it's very budget friendly. If you've noticed in some of my plant shopping videos, I have what you call affiliate products or links. So if you ever just want to buy plants or plant products directly online, click on the affiliate posts that I have that are coming up on the screen. You can directly order it online, and you'll be able to get access to a lot of the plants that I personally use, time and tested, and I feel like it's a really good deal. So definitely check that out. A couple more plants I'm going to show y'all, and then we're going to go into the indoor tropical section, is of course the proven winners, heart to heart caladium hybrids. This one right here, look at that. This one is for $7.98, and this is the caladium snowdrift. And this is another plant that theoretically you can put in an indoor space and adapt it as an indoor tropical plant. The only thing with caladiums is if you're going to bring them indoors, they need to be in a warmer environment. So if you actually put them in a space where it's a little bit colder, they're not getting as much bright indirect light, your caladiums will actually go dormant. But there are plants in the outdoor garden section that are super cheap and you can grow as an indoor house plant. Proven winners, I love those plants. And you already know Plant Foldies. I actually applied to be a Proven Winners Leaf Joy Ambassador. I hope that they will choose me because I love Proven Winner plants. I love to promote Proven Winner plants as much as I love to promote big box store plant shops, plant shopping videos, as well as just big box store nurseries. Check it out. They follow them on their Instagram page at Leaf Joy and let them know you're a Plant Foldie. And then, of course, I have talked about this in almost all my videos. Coleus plants, under $2, super easy, budget friendly. You can grow these long-term indoors. And shout out to some of the Plant Foldies that have been plant influenced by me because I have talked about Coleus plants and super easy to propagate. The only thing is for these care of Coleus plants, very thirsty plants. You got to pretty much water these plants every single day. They will definitely be effective communicators. That's a new term for plants. They will definitely droop their leaves and look unhappy, but as soon as you give them some water, they're just very thirsty plants and they will perk up and grow very vigorously for you. So love the Coleus plants. You'll have to let me know if in the comments section if you guys have actually grown Coleus plants. I mean, you can see right over here, this one right here has more of a yellowish tone. And now for the main event, we're going to go ahead and walk into the indoor tropical section. Now, this Lowe's location was the Lowe's location where I found the first Hoya compacta or Hindu rope a little while back. And we'll see if we're lucky to find the inner variegated one. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a show. You can see right over here, we are now in the indoor tropical section. And one thing I will say about Lowe's locations is, again, if you're looking for deals, if you're looking for amazing, rare plant finds at a big box store, Lowe's will most likely highly have it because they continue to get plants restocked. So shout out to Costa Farms. I know that a couple of new Costa Farms plant releases that I'm looking for would be the variegated philodendron green Congo nuclear and the new Antheria magnificum. But as you can see here, we are looking at some of the plants behind me. What I'm going to do actually is pick a couple of plants to showcase. We're going to go ahead and start out with some of the urban jungle and live trends design plants. This one, of course, is one of my top favorites. It's in a new planter here for $24.98. We've got a Neon Queen pothos. So this is another variety of pothos. It's basically a highly variegated, almost golden pothos, but you can see that it's got more neon yellowish color to it. If you're asking me for a beginner friendly, one of the classic house plants that everybody should put in their collection, this is one that I would recommend. And this one is for $24.98. I'm going to give you the same commentary, but any neon colored plants like this will need a little bit more bright indirect light in order for it to do well. So that's one of the hanging baskets that they have over here. I love the new planters, and we'll go ahead and take a gander at some of the Live Trends design plants. You can see they always have a more modern aesthetic. Like this one right here, you can see is strictly growing in water, $19.98. So you can see this is a Dieffenbachia, and just look at how pretty this is. It does look like my favorite plant to grow in my collection, which is an Aglaonema, but it is in a hydroponic situation or just growing in straight water, which means you don't really have to worry about watering it because it's already in water. These roots are water roots. So if you are going to transition this into soil, there is a transition period. I love the look of that. And of course, for $11.98, I'm going to show you this. So Haworthias, look at how pretty this is. And just look at the modern aesthetic of this particular plant. Gotta love it. And, you know, as far as Horthias, they are a succulent plant. Live Trends Design. Curious to see what your thoughts are on Live Trends Design. For me, they definitely hit the button in terms of just like the modern contemporary aesthetic. You can see they also have some quirky ones like this one. Look at this face. This one is for $19.98, and it's just got one of the easiest, probably the easiest houseplant to grow, and that is a ZZ plant. Low light tolerant, drought tolerant, easy care. Why would you not buy this? And it's in a cool little face. Like, look at this. There you go. We have that, and you already know plant foldies. I have to show you this. So this one is for $15.98. We've got a cute Aglaonema red Siam in a self-watering planter. This one is the quintessential plant, the mascot of the Grow Folds Plant YouTube channel. $15.98, low light tolerant, drought tolerant. It's got a beautiful shape of this like sky blue planter from Live Trends Design. Hashtag popularize Aglaonema. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and actually show y'all some more of the plants in details, because I already know some of y'all don't want to just see me in front of the camera all day. For those that didn't know, this YouTube channel, I've been doing big box or plant shopping videos for about 2.5 to 3 years. And just recently, I started just doing face on YouTube. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the plants right over here, and we'll see what that all looks like. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at some of these Live Trends Design plants. You can see right over here, they've got them in growing in like hydroponic situations. We also have hanging baskets. And actually, this is the first time I've seen this. I think this is a variegated Dischidia. It says assorted foliage, but this is my first rare plant find, and this is only for, I believe, $17.98. Let me know in the comment section if this is a Dischidia, but this one right here is a variegated one. Wow, right off the bat, we're already finding some new rare plant finds. This one again is by Live Trends Design. And so this is a reason why I would tell you, for those that are tuning into my big box or plant shopping videos, big box or plant shopping right now is where it's at. And it's really interesting because I have seen so many plant content creators. Shout out to Planty Ashley. She has found some amazing plant finds. Same thing with my friend, David Morales of the Plant Fever. So let's see what we'll find. But obviously, as we do these big box or plant shopping videos like this one, this is by Urban Jungle Plants. This is just a golden pothos, or actually a jade pothos right here, clear pot. It's still a beautiful offering right here. You can see that those are the roots. Super pretty. Love that. And then we also have some air plants right over here. What's becoming a trend again is just these plants that are growing on poles. I did a plant trends video earlier this year. You're gonna have to check that out, where I talked about how plants growing on poles are becoming less and less popular. But to my surprise, I am seeing more big box stores offering them on totem poles. $28.98. This is another Live Trends Design offering. This is the golden pothos, and you know, with any Epipremnum aureum, you'll notice how the leaves have gotten bigger as it grows on a totem pole or moss pole. We're looking at some of their large foliage plants, but just look at how beautiful the variegation is. This is a plant that I would recommend for any beginners. And then you can see right over here one of my favorite Aglaonema, and that is the Aglaonema Pink Siam. Super affordable, budget-friendly, $15.98 by Costa Farms in a self-watering planter. But to lo and behold, this is actually on clearance. So this is 50% off, and you can get an easy care plant. I love Aglaonemas. Later in July, I will actually be getting a massive Aglaonema plant haul from Indonesia, but that one is actually 50% off and on sale. So again, you know, another way to save hundreds of dollars on plants is also looking for them when they are clearance. This one right over here is another offering from Costa Farms, $15.98. Look at this Synapsis Java Platinum, and this used to be on their trending tropicals line last year where it was $19.98, but now it is even more of a price drop, a couple of dollars less. And you know, I have this one and I love it. This is the only Scindapsus I have currently. And the thing about Scindapsus is you need to make sure you're providing it with lots of bright indirect light. Otherwise, this is like the Epipremnum pinnatum, where if you look right now, all of the vining has foliage, but they will produce runners if they do not get enough lighting, because the plant is searching for light. So instead of putting that energy toward foliage, it's gonna just keep pushing runners until it can get a better light source. So FYI, you need to just make sure you're providing it with quite a bit of bright indirect light. And then you can see right over here, we have the twist tops. This is a Costa Farms Monstera Peru, $19.98. Love it. I am a huge Costa Farms fan, just because, you know, a lot of people have their opinions on big box store plants, but to me, Costa Farms has made it so readily available for us to get rare and uncommon plant finds. And for me, my personal opinion is plants should not cost an arm and a leg. I think plants should be accessible to the general public. And if you watch my plant podcast, Grow Talks, we will delve into all of those conversations. So again, if you haven't watched my plant podcast, definitely look for my 91-year-old grandmother's plant podcast episode. It is in the YouTube channel, but as you can see here, $15.98. Another Aglaonema red Siam. I constantly show y'all plants that I love to grow because they're easy care. And you can see we have some more right over here. And then we have a diva of a plant, and this is a Calathea for $15.98 from Costa Farms. I do find that these little combination planters are super cool. $23.98. You've got a Enjoy Pothos with a bromeliad and a Dracaena Janet Craig compacta. I'm not really into combination planters. I can appreciate them, but for me, I like plants to kind of just be the same plant in the pot. That's just my personal aesthetic. But you can see $23.98, you've got a Phalaenopsis orchid. And then as I pan away right over here, you can see we've got these beautiful hanging baskets. In one of my big box store plant shopping videos, I was able to find a variegated Philodendron heteroraceum albo. So that one's a rare plant find, and that plant used to cost hundreds of dollars. Now, even though this plant right here is only for a low price of $21.98, it is one that I would recommend. And that's the thing about Costa Farms. Their hanging baskets are super full and they have quite a bit of a selection. Right now, they have an offering of all of these Philodendron heteroraceums. And then I also think of this one right here. Let me go ahead and pull this one down. This one is a mini variegated lipstick plant. So it almost looks like a Hoya for $21.98. Let me know what you think of this one. But as far as this plant, really good value, really good size for a plant. And it's one that I would also recommend for anybody that likes Hoyas. I know we've got a lot of Hoya heads. And then we also have this one right here. This is an another uncommon one. This is an Alsobia plant. I don't know a lot about it, but it looks like it does bloom like white blooms here. It's got velvety textured leaves. It's really cute. I just don't know quite a bit about it, but you can see that it is growing more vines. I'm sure this one would be more of an easy care plant, but don't quote me on that. And that's why whenever I have you guys tuning into my plant shopping videos, just know I never claim to be an expert when it comes to plant care, but I give you guys my personal tips through my experience of growing plants. So I always encourage everybody and anybody that is on the YouTube channel to just let me know your plant care tips for specific plants. Now, here is a plant that is not necessarily rare, but it is a plant that used to be very uncommon to find, but now you can find this from Urban Jungle Plants. This one is for $17.98. This is the Philodendron micans. And just look at the beautiful velvety textured leaves. Super pretty plant. My only thing about this plant is it has a couple of drawbacks. Number one, it's a very thirsty plant. So if you do not water this plant, it will consistently drop its leaves and it will get very leggy. And then number two, this plant is a spider mite magnet. Any plant that really is more on the velvety texture, for some reason, is more susceptible to spider mites. Otherwise, if you're able to maintain higher humidity levels, consistent watering, and also bright indirect light, this is a fast growing philodendron. It's easy to propagate and it's got a beautiful texture to it. So I always like to give you guys a quick synopsis of some of the plant care. We also have this one right over here. We have a Marble Queen Pothos for $17.98. And of course, my favorite pothos plant, the Neon Pothos, right over here for $17.98. So lots of easy care plants right now. We're still looking to see about some rare new houseplant releases. Since it is Lowe's, it's most likely going to come from Costa Farms, but we shall see. And then you can see there's a different type of aesthetic when it comes to even Live Trends design. Look at this one. And this is an offering of a philodendron hederaceum, just the neon varieties. Look how pretty that is. I absolutely love this. And just that heart-shaped leaf is so precious. I'll tell you, plant foldies, even just, coming off of a 10-hour work shift and just making big box store plant shopping content, this is one of the highlights of my day. Like this one right here, $16.98 for this neon pothos plant. Super pretty. And I think that's the reason why I continue to make big box store plant shopping videos, is because these are readily available and I could just provide a little bit more plant content for you. In one of my most recent plant shopping videos, I showed y'all Vanda orchids, $39.98. Look at how beautiful the bloom is on this one. And you can see it's got a little hanging cage with the aerial roots. You can see that this one also has some beautiful blooms for the Vanda orchid. So that one is another interesting offering, another more uncommon or rare type of orchid that you will now find at big box stores. I'm going to move these along to the side. This one right here is a Costa Farms Black Rabbit's Foot Fern in the luxury line of Costa Farms Exotic Angel Hanging Baskets. Look at this one. It's got a beautiful modern touch, and just look at the roots, all fuzzy and cute. What do y'all think of this fern? I have not put this in my plant collection, but I still wanted to go ahead and show you that particular plant. So super cool. And let's take a look at this. So we've been talking about finding Hoyas at big box stores, and this one was another rare Hoya I found at another Lowe's. I ended up purchasing it, and just to let you guys know, I am becoming more and more of a Hoya fan. Shout out to Karen. Karen is somebody that has been super active in the comments section. Karen, whenever I pick up Hoyas, I think of you. I think of all of the people that just continue to engage in my content. So I encourage you guys, no matter what, leave 100 comments, as many comments as possible, because I love responding to y'all. But as you can see right here, look at this. Who would have thought that you would be finding these silver splashy Hoyas for a low price of $17.98, under $18? Now, I don't know the particular plant ID for this Hoya, so somebody please, with a timestamp in the comment section, let me know what this Hoya is. This is an offering from Urban Jungle Plants. I think this is another Hoya right here. It might be the same one, or actually, yep, it is the same one. The other one has a little bit more vining. Mine is actually growing outdoors in a shaded area that gets lots of bright indirect light, and it is growing so fast. Okay, we have another Hoya here. This is another beautiful Hoya that I don't know, but it is growing so vigorously. It's got more of an upright type of growth. Can somebody let me know what this particular Hoya is for $17.98? Beautiful planter as well. But yeah, that's why big box stores are so much fun to explore and look, because you'll find all sorts of plants. Let's go ahead and look at some more plants here. You can see we have another Monstera Burley Marks Flame, Costa Farms offering for $19.98. Now we are looking at some more of these Costa Farms plants. Here is another Syndapsis. Beautiful Syndapsis Mount Sala, $24.98. Look at the planter it's in. Look at how large the leaves are. Basic plant care tips for Syndapsis: bright indirect light, water when it is pretty much almost dry, but make sure that it is consistent as well. But beautiful Syndapsis. We have some Ficus elastica ruby right over here. And then we have some more Costa Farms luxury plants. Let's take a look at this one. This one's actually pretty cool. It's just another type of pothos. It looks like a golden pothos. Beautiful plant. $14.98. So if you're looking for a modern aesthetic, you've got it in this particular line that Costa Farms has. We also have a Rex begonia, and just take a look at how pretty the colors are. Right over here, $14.98 from Costa Farms. And then we also have this ZZ Zenzi plant. So that's a more compact version right over here by Urban Jungle Plants, $26.98. One of the easiest house plants to grow, and I would highly recommend this one. Let's go ahead and look over here and see what we've got. So we've got another Monstera Thai constellation, and it is in a totem pole right over here, $29.98. Let's go ahead and bring this down by Live Trends Design and just look at how beautiful that variegation is. I just remember a couple years back when this plant used to be like the holy grail, and now you can find them at big box stores, even with the totem pole. Low price of $29.98. Here's another one right here, and you can see that there is varying degrees of variegation. Would you buy a Monstera Thai constellation in 2026? Summer 2026? Let me know, but they are available at big box stores. Let's go ahead and continue to just walk around as I put these plants back up. You'll notice that we've got different types of aesthetics as well. I mean, just look at this. We've got some ZZ plants, $19.98. I really love the look of this one right here. Just the patterns of Live Trends Design. Super easy to take care of this particular plant. Love it. But if you just look at the aesthetic of just the Live Trends Design, like this one right here, I love how the planter is a little bit taller, $15.98. It is in a self-watering planter, and this is just a Sansevieria bird's nest, but it looks so stylish with this planter. What do y'all think? Are you a fan of Live Trends Design? Because I definitely am. And then over here, we've just got another one, and just look at the metal shine it has, as well as the matte finish at the very bottom. This one is a Peperomia obtusifolia, just a green variety. So we're seeing many plants and many different ways to style them based on their planter. And then you can see right over here, we got another type of Haworthia by Live Trends Design. Super cute. So we're gonna go ahead and continue to walk. You can see that this Lowe's location has a fair amount of plants to look at. You can see here, we've got an Aglaonema, white edge, love that, or white margin from Costa Farms. I really love just the really white stems it has. It's one of my favorite type of Aglaonema, low light tolerant, drought tolerant. And we're gonna go ahead and look at some more plants right over here. These are the Costa Farms Exotic Angels, $21.98. You can see we've got this beautiful Tradescanthia. We also have some more exotic angel plants, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera and talk through some more plants with y'all. But before we do that, I did wanna go ahead and put out our amazing super plant foldy Danny. I'm going to go ahead and insert an unboxing video of some collab soaps. So check it out. Continue to watch the video because you don't want to miss the rare plant find I found for the very first time at a big box store. And y'all know I've been shopping many big box stores for many years, but it's literally the first time I've ever seen it offered, and it's been offered by Costa Farms. So stay tuned for that. But let's watch this unboxing, because I truly believe, as much as I love doing big box store plant shopping videos, I do think that we do need to support local and small businesses. So let's look at the collab soaps, and of course, put your order in for gracefullyhandmade.com. Let's go take a look at that. Good day, my plant foldies. This is a quick unboxing video that I'm going to insert in a lot of my future big box or plant shopping videos, unboxing videos, because I want to support a fellow plant foldie. Actually, she is a super plant foldie because she's part of the YouTube membership tier. That is no other than Danny from Michigan. So thank you so much, Danny. Danny sent me some gracefully handmade artisan soap. Go ahead and check out her website, gracefullyhandmade.com. And what's interesting is we actually did a collaboration about a little while back, and I finally am able to get the product she made. It is 2 special soaps, which celebrates my heritage, which is, say it with me, guys, the Philippines. Mabuhay. So she made 2 soaps. One soap is based on the national flower of the Philippines, which you would actually see at big box stores. That is the Arabian jasmine, or what you call the sampaguita. I'm gonna go ahead and put the invoice here. So she's got, look at the packaging. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. She's given me a couple of samples of soap sample King of the North. So that's one sample right here. Soap sample number 2, Irish Rain. That's another soap right over here. And these are all, go to the website, gracefullyhandmade.com. And then this one right here is Michigan Shores. Danny also has a website where she actually shows you the process of making soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this all looks like. So the first soap I'm gonna show you is the sampaguita, or the Arabian jasmine soap. And just look at how she has packaged this. I mean, shout out to Danny. And you know, I sometimes get these comments where like, Richie, all you do is big box stores. Do you support local and small businesses? And the answer is, of course. In college, I was actually an art major, so I'm very much so somebody that celebrates the arts, handcrafts, anything of that nature. And so for me, the fact that Danny really took the time to do her research to get the soap scents right. Like before she even mixed up the soap, y'all, she sent me a package so she can actually let me know if the scent was accurate. And I truly appreciate that. You know, the way you say thank you in Tagalog, which is the Philippine language, is salamat po. So Danny, salamat para sa sabon. Thank you so much for the soap right here. And you can see this one is really nice. And if you look at it right here, these are the jasmine soaps, and you can even smell how aromatic it is. Yeah, it's very strong. So it's with beef tallow, goat milk powder, and colloidal oatmeal. I think I said that right. And you can even just see all of the ingredients right over here. So those are the little details that Danny did. And if you look right over here, you can see that that also has the business address. So again, I ask all the plant foldies, put in an order for the Arabian jasmine, or what you call the sampaguita. And I want to show you the little details. Actually, you can actually watch a YouTube video of Danny making these soaps for our collaboration series. These are the plant foldie scents. So go ahead and order that. But if you see right over here, if you look closely, we have the colors red, red, blue, and a little bit of golden speckles. Those are some of the colors of the Philippines. And if you see right here, this is a dried Arabian jasmine bud right over here. So little details. This is the reason why Gracefully Handmade is super gracefully handmade, because of all the craftsmanship. So she got me one soap of this because when we put the order in, we forgot to order jasmine soaps. I hope she still has those available. And then lastly, we ended up ordering 6 bars of soap. So for me, have y'all ever heard of like matcha, right? Where it became such a global sensation where everybody just like became trending. Well, she made what they call the ube cake soap. Isn't this cool? Number 1, do y'all know what ube is? Let me know in the comment section. If not, go ahead and take the YouTube quiz about this video and you will learn about ube. But ube is a crop in the Philippines. It's somewhat like a purple potato. Some people say it's a yam, but it's its own little like cultivar. It is actually grown by an indigenous people called the Ayita, which live high into the mountains of the Philippines. Well, this purple, this is a purple dessert that we use, and I love the fact that It does have that ube smell. And the thing about ube is if you've ever had it, it's a very nutty like taste for dessert. It now like Starbucks had the ube macchiato at one point. It was like a seasonal item, but ube has really taken the storm. And what better way to just jump in a trend and get some ube soaps. I thought that was really clever. I love the graphics. I love the back of it. I love the fact that she was able to get the purple because apparently whenever you're getting like specific colors for soaps, it's a little bit challenging to fully get that. So definitely think that this one is meant for you to actually try. So try the ube soap. It has like a nutty smell. I wish you could like, I can translate that onto the camera, but I can't. And then you can see it's like made into a cake right there. And you can see she could have like had a bunch of these together. So I have 6 bars of soap. I may end up doing a giveaway for like 2 bars. We'll see. But most of my family loves anything like Filipino related. You know, we have this term called kapwa, which is shared identity. Whether you're Filipino or not, we're super proud of it. But I just wanted to do a quick update on the ube soap. This is our collaboration. So Plant Foldies, go to gracefullyhandmade.com. Danny, thank you so much for making these amazing soaps. And I will see you on the next one. So let's go to the main video. OMG, what did y'all think? I was so honored that Danny took the time to really collab with me about the ube soap. That is a trending type of crop for desserts that has become really world renowned. And I just remember having ube desserts as a kid, and now everybody wants ube. And of course, the Arabian jasmine, or what you call the sampaguita flower, which is the national flower of the Philippines. Please go ahead and put your order in at gracefullyhandmade.com. Thank you so much, Danny. And she is going to be part of the Plant Podcast Grow Talks later this season. But let's go ahead and look at some of the plants here. So as far as Costa Farms, again, what I would love to highlight is they consistently have many hanging basket options for $21.98. This is an 8-inch hanging basket of the Black Pagoda lipstick plant. And, you know, these plants are kind of similar to Hoyas. They prefer to be in bright and direct light, water when the soil is dry, and that's basically it. Fairly easy, and I absolutely love it. So, you know, these plants by Costa Farms, and that's the reason why I feel like a lot of people have their opinions about big box store plants, but to me, if a plant is budget friendly, easy care, readily available, or better yet, you found a rare plant that used to cost like, I don't know, $100 for under 30, why would you not buy at a big box store? And I just want to be a little bit chatty in a sense to say that I have seen several people recently just posting in the comments section about if you buy plants, you're feeding a corporate machine, you're putting people out of business. And while I do respect people's opinions, I do think that we have to delve in a little bit deeper and just choose where we buy our plants, whether it's at a big box store like Lowe's, or if you would rather support a local and small business, I say go for it. Diversify where you buy your plants. And, you know, as far as judgment, let's not pass judgment. It's okay to have an opinion, but just because somebody buys plants at a big box store, you should not big box store shame them, because some people may not have the funds to go on Palm Street and buy like a $500 plant or a $200 plant that you might be able to find big box store plant shopping for like under $40. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section your feelings on that. But as you know, we are still looking for rare plants. I'm still finding some amazing hanging baskets though, like this Pearls and Jade pothos. This one is for $21.98. Look at the beautiful variegation. This is one of the more slower growing pothos, but I do love the fact that just the variegation is stunning. Fairly stable variegation. I will say if you do not give it enough light though, it has the potential to revert. Otherwise, it's still one of my favorite pothos, just a little bit slower growing. I would recommend growing it with Miracle-Gro all-purpose fertilizer though, if you want to increase its potential to grow a little bit faster. Now we're looking at more Hoyas. Here's another Hoya, and some people will say it's a common one now, but it is the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess for $21.98. And I just feel like, you know, Hoya heads, I totally get it. I totally understand why people love Hoyas. And so anytime I find an uncommon Hoya or just a Hoya at a big box store, I mean, we're seeing more Hoyas available in 2026. And to me, that is fabulous. What do y'all think? Plant foldies, look at how pretty this one is in an 8-inch hanging basket. And speaking of Hoyas, this is one that's a little bit less common, but has become common because we're finding it at big box stores. This is the Splash Hoya for $16.98. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up. What kind of Hoya is this specifically? My Hoya heads or my Hoya experts, will you let me know? But look at the foliage here. Let me know if I should buy this, but this is another Hoya from Costa Farms Exotic Angel line. And this is only for a low price of $16.98. This is amazing. Who doesn't like seeing Hoyas at a big box store? This is super exciting. I love it as well. And it's actually, I'm starting to really vine and get some amazing growth on it. So as you can see, I have really just delved into a lot of the hanging baskets. I'm still looking for some more rare plant finds. We're seeing some easy care plants, budget-friendly plants, but I know we're going to find an amazing one today. I just have a feeling. But let's continue picking up some plants. Look, there's another Hoya. This one is a Hoya Bretonnier, I think. This one's just the green form, but what I love about this plant is just how beautiful the leaves are. They look really thick. I don't know the colors of this particular Hoya, so you'll have to let me know, but I mean, again, it's at a big box store and I just feel like you can't always beat big box store plant pricing, and there is a lot of opinions about it. But I will say, for the plant foldies, for those that continue to watch my plant shopping videos, I did want to always tell you I really appreciate it and know that I'm going to continue to produce content, hopefully on a daily basis. But yeah, take a look at this one. Super pretty plant. And I'm going to go ahead and spin it around a little bit too, just to show you some more of the details of the plants. Again, if you made it this far into the video, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps me out, helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. We are approaching 15,000 subscribers, and I just love it. And it's thanks to you for just watching the videos, pressing the like button, doing the YouTube quizzes. So I don't know if you guys know, every video I have a plant quiz where if you just look at the 3 dots on the screen, you can swipe 3 times to the left and do the YouTube quiz. Do it. There's a lot of plant trivia, and you can let me know how you did on the quiz, but that also drives engagement. I also want to say, please continue to post your beautiful plants in the community tab. And if you don't know how to do that, basically click on my YouTube icon to take you to the page and just look for community, and you can post the way I respond to every single post and hope to see more of your plant collection. But let's go ahead and continue plant shopping as we hunt for rare houseplants at big box store. Let's see if we can find one today. For now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what is available at this Lowe's location. So we're looking at some philodendrons right over here. We've got some philodendrons. This is a beautiful philodendron black cardinal for $15.98. Another Costa Farms offering. And just remember, this plant used to cost quite a bit of money. And then you can see right here, look at this beautiful philodendron. I would say this is a philodendron white princess, and you could just see how highly variegated the stems are. But take a look at this, super pretty. Yeah, this is the philodendron. It says pink princess. Okay, so it's pink princess, but my understanding with pink princess is it has more of a burgundy colored leaf. But if you notice that these are definitely tissue culture plants, because some tissue cultures, look at just how many growth points it has produced here. And that's another reason why a lot of these plants have really declined in terms of the plant price, because of the availability of tissue culture. This one is a philodendron white knight. The only thing about these particular philodendrons is that they do need to be on a pole to grow and get larger leaves, but their growth isn't always guaranteed to do that. That's why a lot of people have kind of given up on that particular philodendron. For me, I think it's pretty, but it's not something that I want to upkeep. And then you can see we've got a sea of Pachira aquatica or money tree plants. What do y'all think of that? I think they are lovely. I would love to grow a variegated form of this if I'm going to add it to my plant collection. And then we have some more beautiful Monstera Perus. I just am a huge fan of like the texture of the leaves, super pretty. And then we have some more Monstera Burley Marks Flame right over here. This one hasn't started to fenestrate because it needs to grow on some type of pole or moss pole to really be able to get the best growth. That's the thing. And then you can see this is actually what I'm more used to seeing as far as Philodendron Pink Princess. $15.98. This is not as highly variegated, but needless to say, it's still a pretty philodendron. I love the dark foliage on the Philodendron Pink Princess. And as you can see here, this is a fairly full Lowe's location. Most Lowe's locations in the summertime tend to have quite a bit of plants to choose from. And you'll even see right over here, we've got a Xanthosoma right over here. And that one is for $24.98. We've got some colorful bromeliads right over here. We've got some Phalaenopsis orchids, and you already know Phalaenopsis orchids are readily available throughout the year. And the reason being is because they're just available. I don't know why they are so readily available, but they are. And we're gonna go ahead and spin around here, and it looks like we have some more twist, lift, and water plants right here. $15.98. We've got a sago palm. We got some Aglaonema red siams here. And I will tell you that I am such a huge fan of Aglaonema red siam, and I'm also a huge fan of these twist top self-watering planters. Kudos to Costa Farms for just making plant care even easier. You can see we've got ZZ plants right over here. We've got some tiny plants right over here. And then we've got more Pachira aquatica right over here. Let's take a look at some more of the plants that we have here. We've got Monstera deliciosa, a massive ZZ Raven here. Such a lovely plant. And we're gonna go ahead and show you some of the plants that they have here. These are all on 50% off, also known as 911 Please Rescue Me. Curious to see what your opinions are about clearance plants at Lowe's. They do pose more effort though in rehabbing them, and they have a higher potential of actually having plant pests because the plants are not 100% healthy, which makes them even more susceptible to plant pests. So there is a little bit of caution when it comes to those clearance plants. And then you can see the beautiful planters that they have here. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you a couple more plants that they have here. Hopefully we find some awesome rare plants. I truly believe we will. So just wait till the very end for the full reveal. You can see right here, Philodendron Ring of Fire in a self-watering planter, $19.98. We've got another beautiful Philodendron White Knight here for $19.98. We also have this. Look at how pretty that variegation is. That's so lovely. Love it so much. And then we also have another Aglaonema pink siam right over here. So, and you can see these are beautiful hanging baskets of neon pothos right over here. So let's go ahead, flip the camera, and hopefully we can find some plants. So I'm back one last time. Maybe we'll see if we actually find a plant. But if you made it to this far into the video, really appreciate it. Just know that 4th of July weekend is coming up, and you already know I'm going to be cashing in on some 4th of July savings. That is another plant tip in terms of how to save hundreds of dollars on houseplants. Buy during the seasonality, buy during a holiday weekend such as 4th of July. Again, I am a proud American as well because this is where I grew up, even if I celebrate my Filipino heritage. So let's not forget that. But 250 years, y'all, that is amazing. What are your 4th of July plans? Let me know in the comments section. But okay, so here's another plant that I think is super interesting. This is another Epipremnum pinnatum. I don't know what kind it is, but it's got some cool little holes for $16.98. Love it. I'm almost tempted to purchase another Epipremnum pinnatum. And then right over here, we have some more Syngonium. So this one is another hanging basket of Syngonium, $16.98. Lots of hanging baskets that Costa Farms has really just put out into the market, which I absolutely love. I love the 6-inch ones. You can see right over here. This is a trade scanthia. Bunny bellies. Love that. And let's go ahead and just keep looking at some more of the plants here. This one is a really interesting one. This one is a Hawaiian spider plant. So if you're looking for something that is pet friendly and easy care, buy this one. You can see how pretty it is. And this one is, again, not toxic and pet friendly. So I love it as well. So $16.98. Now let's look at this final table. Let's see if we're going to find the plants. Of course, we have another golden pothos here, $29.98. What do y'all think of that? I think she's lovely. Let's go ahead and keep looking. We have a begonia right over here, Rex begonia. This is the Red Kiss Rex begonia. What do y'all think of this one right here? Love it. And I really love the Costa Farms luxury line of plants. We are going to see what else we can find. We got the neon pothos right here. Again, $29.98. Please buy yourself a neon pothos if you haven't already. And I did want to invite everybody. I know you guys saw the travel blog of my Las Vegas trip with my husband, where Luke and I celebrated his 33rd birthday in Las Vegas. If you become a YouTube member by Super Plant Foldies for only $3.99, you will get access to a lot of my lifestyle blogs, travel blogs, content that's outside of big box store plant shopping videos. Go ahead and press the join button. You get early access to a lot of cool stuff, discounts on potential plant merchandise, special emojis, and honestly, full transparency, when you become a YouTube member, it makes this plant YouTube channel sustainable for me financially, because it helps at least pay for my gas pricing. So take a look at it, and it's got lots of cool content, but I have literally been very promotional today. So I forgive you guys, if I need to forgive myself for that, because I know that some of you guys may be a little bit like, Richie, you have just pushed so many products, but you know what? I have really just been one of those types of content creators where I would rather be transparent with the plant foldies rather than to kind of just beat around the bush, if that makes any sense. But okay, so I'm sitting next to a neon pothos, but this is what I was talking about. This is why you need to not ever give up when you go big box or plant shopping. Oh my goodness. Did I just really find? Oh my, if I can get this thing off, it's probably telling me that once I get this off, I need to buy it. Do you see this massive Syngonium albo from Costa Farms? A full hanging basket of Syngonium albo from Costa Farms. Syngonium albo from Costa Farms. Do y'all see this? And while, yes, some people will say this is an easy plant to propagate, there's still people selling a Syngonium albo like this for like $70, $80, but this is at a low price of $29.98. This is a rare Syngonium, but not really rare, but it's one of those Syngoniums that still a lot of people collect. And I am just flabbergasted that we have a hanging basket of Syngonium albo. Should I buy this plant or not? Let me know in the comments section, because the variegated Hoya compacta inner, I skipped. Should I skip or buy this plant? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. You can always leave a super sticker or super thanks to help fund my plant shopping adventures. Shout out to Sharon for giving me a super sticker the other day. I really appreciate it. Press the $. You can include any amount. It is just a monetary tip, but this one, should I use this? Should I buy this? Should I use my super sticker to buy this? Let me know. But anyways, I'm going to give you guys a detail of what this plant looks like and give you guys a recap of today's plant shopping video. So let's see if I buy it and what you guys think. And while this plant has been around in circulation, I mean, the fact that we are seeing hanging baskets of Syngonium albo, that is insane. And while you might think that this plant is kind of common, to find it in this size is absolutely amazing. Love the planter it's in. And it is, again, for a low price of $29.98. This is a plant that's super fast to grow, super easy to propagate. And I wanted to just show you the details of it, as I am going to go ahead and give you my final recap on today's video. But it is the first time I've ever seen a hanging basket this full of Syngonium albo in a big boxer. Like, look at this one right here. Look at that leaf. It's just all albo. What do y'all think? And should I buy it? Will I buy it? What do y'all think? Let me know. But I did want to just show you this final look at that plant and just how full this Lowe's location truly is. It's not as full as some of the other ones, but there's still quite a bit of plants. And you can see that this one is the main event for sure. All right, plant foldies, this is the time where I'm going to go ahead and recap today's plant shopping videos. Right next to me again is a gorgeous Syngonium albo. The very first time I have ever seen a hanging basket of Syngonium albo at a big box store, and this comes from Costa Farms. Another rare plant find, another one that I have found by just going through these big box stores. And I think that a lot of these like luxury line assortments have like one rare plant in each shipment at these different types of Lowe's. So of course I'm going to be shopping and looking for more plant restocks. But in today's video, we did talk about budget-friendly options, easy care plants, and obviously the assortment of different types of plants you can find during summer 2026. And we did mission accomplished, find a rare plant again at Lowe's, big box or plant shopping videos. Now the question is whether I am actually going to buy this Syngonium or not. And I would say I have fallen in love with Syngoniums, and these are Syngoniums that I would definitely love to have, but I don't know if the price is right for me. I mean, it definitely is. It's under $30 for something this massive. But for me, I think I'm going to not buy the plant today. And the only reason is because I already have a Syngonium albo, and there are certain plants I could have multiples of, but with this particular plant, it's super easy to propagate and multiply. And again, another reason why is because I am really trying to manage and save my money for some of the other plants that I would like to add to my collection. But big box store plant shopping is definitely even more on the rise. I just can't believe that I found this, and I can't believe that I'm passing off on this. I truly want to know in the comment section, and I'm not just asking, I'm really wanting you guys to let me know, would you have bought this plant? Why would you have bought it? Or why would you not have bought this Syngonium albo from Costa Farms? You already know, let me know in the comment section, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this like this right here. If you haven't already, go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on. And of course, good vibes only, good vibes always, and I'll see you. But before you do that, go ahead and make sure you are pressing the next video right over here. Go ahead and watch the next video so you can continue to watch some plant content. My name is Richie at Growfolds. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. So I'm frantically standing here at this particular Lowe's location because in a previous big box store plant shopping video, I found a rare variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated from Costa Farms. It was a hanging basket like this one right here for under $30, and it was a plant that was worth more than $100. We are going to see today as I come back to this particular location if it's still here. So watch till the very end to see if I can successfully find another one, or I might get lucky and find it still sitting at this big box store. So let's go ahead and go big box store plant shopping for rare houseplants summer 2026 at this Lowe's location. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Growfolds. And you guessed it, we are going to be going big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out here in Allen, Texas. We are back going big box store plant shopping because guess what? We're going to be trying to find some of these rare Costa Farms exotic angel luxury line plants. This was the location where I found the Hoya Mauna Lowe, or the inner variegated Hoya compacta. So Maybe I might be lucky. Maybe I'll be able to find that Hoya. Maybe we'll find something else. So you'll have to watch till the very end of this video to see if I will find some of these rare plants. In today's video, we are also going to be exploring budget-friendly options as far as houseplants, summer 2026 plant finds, and just everything that is related to plant care tips, as well as how to manage your finances when it comes to plant shopping. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the plants that we have here. And as always, if you are new to this channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie and I do daily plant content. So we are now here in the outdoor garden section, and hopefully if this is your type of niche, if you like daily plant shopping videos, then go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on. That way you never miss an upload and a live premiere, which typically happens at 7 p.m. Central Standard US time. I'd love for you to join the plant foldie community, but let's go ahead and walk into the outdoor garden section, look at a couple of plants, and then start going rare houseplant hunting at this big box store. So it's a very windy day. I just got off of a 10-hour shift working. So of course, plant shopping, big box store plant shopping is one way I just go and unwind and relax. So we're just looking at the outdoor garden section of this Lowe's location. You can see how beautiful these flowering begonia are. These are for $19.98. Really curious if you guys are growing begonias, because I am actually becoming a bigger fan of begonias, especially with my 91-year-old grandmother who is able to grow these begonias effortlessly. So it is summertime, it is summer 2026, and a couple of plants that I would recommend for an outdoor garden section would be this one. This is a lantana for $8.98. This one is considered a perennial in my grow zone, which of course is 8B. I am based out in North Dallas for those that are just discovering my channel. So as much as I love to talk about indoor tropical plants, I love to just take a gander, take a look at some of the outdoor garden options that you can get whenever you're shopping at a big box store like this Lowe's location. Most Lowe's locations will have a lot of these budget-friendly options, and actually you can see here, this is one plant that I absolutely adore. This is a Tradescanthia nanu for $21.98. You can just see how full this is. This is in a 10-inch hanging basket planter, which is massive. So I have been tempted to purchase this particular plant, but right now, knowing that I can just find it at any point, I'm not in tune to just purchasing a plant like this because I know it's readily available. You can see right over here, one of the best beginner-friendly houseplants. This is the golden pothos as well. For those that are still tuning into my daily plant shopping videos, I really appreciate it. We've gotten so many new plant foldies, subscribing with all the notifications turned on. Really appreciate your viewership. I will be a bit chatty today because I'm in such a great mood, because 4th of July is actually just around the corner. It'll be coming this Saturday. So, you know, in terms of just like another tip on how to save hundreds of dollars whenever going plant shopping, that is literally going shopping at a holiday weekend like 4th of July. We talked about it during Memorial Day weekend where we found a bunch of plants on sale. So, you know, I talk about tips on how to save money. It's one of those things where as I show you the details of the plants, like this Japanese Aralia, $22.98. For me, it's really important to just continue to have that dialogue with all of the plant foldies to get y'all excited as if we were just hanging out and you are walking alongside with me as I look at some of these outdoor garden plants. I'm not going to spend too much time here. So hopefully for those that are not into outdoor gardening, y'all don't click away, because I am going to search for these rare houseplants, particularly the variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated, which I would even say is my biggest regret. I have FOMO because I just did not buy it. I did not realize that for that type of hanging basket plant for under $30, it would be worth more than $100, and it was literally just in my hand. So I regret seeing that. If you are interested in seeing the original plant shopping video, definitely look for it on my videos on this YouTube channel. But as you can see here, we've got a lot of different types of plants. I'm always talking about coleus plants. Again, this one is for under $2, $1.98. You can grow these coleus plants as an indoor house plant or as an outdoor patio plant. They do prefer to be in shaded areas, but are adaptable as an indoor house plant. And then you can see right over here, we've got some begonias, some vincas, and we have some golden pothos here. I'm going to show y'all a couple of plant products, and then we're going to go ahead and make our way into the indoor tropical section, which is the main event for today's video. But before we do that, look at this beautiful desert rose for $32.98. Let's go ahead and look at some plant products. What you'll notice whenever I do these big box or plant shopping videos is that I will actually point out some of the plant products, such as soils and fertilizers and plant accessories. If you ever check out some of the links or affiliate links, those are products that pop up throughout my YouTube channel, throughout my YouTube videos, where you can directly order the plant products I would recommend online. Shout out to those that have put in orders. I was able to get a little bit of a commission, which makes this a little bit more sustainable as far as a plant YouTube channel focusing on big box store plant shopping finds. So the first one, and I will always talk about this, some of you guys might be tired, but seriously, go ahead and consider just getting the Miracle-Gro all-purpose fertilizer. This is one of the best fertilizers I've literally been using for several decades, and this is one I would recommend. You can go ahead and click the affiliate link that is popping up right here if you are not able to get this, or you just want it to be shipped directly to your doorstep. It is an all-purpose fertilizer that works on outdoor garden plants for your summer garden, or better yet, through your indoor tropical plants, or pretty much any plants in general. Really good price, $11.98. Would highly recommend that. And then if you really want a hack, again, the Miracle-Gro garden feeder, where you can literally attach this into your garden hose, take all of your indoor tropical plants and fertilize them using the hose. So you can just do like a one for all special. So I don't know, curious to see what you guys think in terms of the Miracle-Gro fertilizers, if you would actually invest in using it. And I'm actually curious for those that are actually watching today's plant shopping video. Let me know in the comments section below what type of plant products you use, plant fertilizers, plant soils. I would love to know. As you guys know, I'm a very chatty person. I love to hear from y'all, so please let me know in the comment section your thoughts about like plant products and just the things that you guys are seeing. Another one I would say, if you are into like flowering plants, or even if you're trying to like hybridize some aeroids, you can actually induce blooms by getting the super bloom fertilizer. If you see the very middle number, that is a high number, which means that the middle number of most of these like fertilizers are conducive to actually getting your plants to bloom. So Scott's super bloom fertilizer is one of the best products, but in terms of that, I would just say Miracle-Gro fertilizer is one of the best products. And of course, if you are somebody like me that gets plants from overseas or just propagates a lot of plants, the Super Thrive, and I'm going to try to pull this, but it's actually stuck, $17.68. This is the Super Thrive nutrient solution that I would recommend. So as you guys know, I want to go ahead and promote some of the plant products that I use for my plants. I know that some of you guys are learning and discovering this channel. You can click the affiliate links if you want to just order these, but these are the exact plant products that I personally use on my plants. So we're going to go ahead and make our way into the indoor tropical section. We'll see what we'll find. Again, this is the moment of truth if I'm going to be able to replicate and find that Hoya compacta inner variegated plant. Now, one thing I will say about this particular Lowe's is it tends to be quite filled with plants. So you can see right over here, they have baggy baby orchids. So they have different types of orchids, not just the Phalaenopsis orchids, $10.98. And you can get these little orchids here. Curious to see if you guys are also growing orchids. I do feel like orchids this year for 2026 are a trending plant, and if you go big box store plant shopping, you'll be able to find it. You can see that we've got some saucers here, and then we also have some hanging succulent baskets. Like this one right here is a zigzag cactus, or the rickrack cactus. $14.98. If you are a fan of succulents and cactus, this is the plant shopping video for you, because I definitely delve into just more than the aeroids or indoor tropical plants. I've been trying to get you guys a little bit more content in terms of other plants that you can find. For instance, $8.98 right over here. You can see that this is some type of aloe vera hybrid, and I've been doing a lot of different types of unboxings. I'm gonna go point to this thumbnail right over here. Definitely check out the unboxing of some rare sansevieria that I got from Succulent Asia. I will continue to get those. Definitely check that out. And honestly, I tell all of the plant foldies that tune into my plant shopping videos that if you really want to see a lot of my content, I have playlists and you can explore my big box or plant shopping videos that way. But let's go ahead and just kind of take a gander, take a look to see if we can find some of these beautiful plants that were released. And again, I regret not finding it. Well, actually, I found the variegated inner Hoya compacta, the Manoa Lowe, I think it's how you pronounce it. Probably mispronounced it, but who's really keeping tabs, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the details of the plants. Again, if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and press the like button with all the notifications, or not the like button, press the like button so that way this content can get pushed out to more plant lovers like yourself. But let's go ahead and go big box store plant shopping, rare plant finds. Are we gonna find any today? Let me know. I honestly feel like it's deja vu. I feel like I was just here shopping and like not even realize that I was holding a hanging basket that was worth more than $100 for a low price of $30. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and calmly just look at the plant, show y'all what we have here. This one is a beautiful Rex begonia. Look at the pink colors, and these ones are for $14.98. This is the Costa Farms Exotic Angel Luxury line. Love the modern texture of this particular planter. You can see right over here, we can't go big box store plant shopping at Lowe's and not see a croton. This one is a croton, Luna Batik Croton, $14.98 by Costa Farms. I really like the stoneware feel. It reminds me more of like urban jungle plants, which we are going to go ahead and take a look at. So as you can see here, not only do we have Costa Farms plants readily available, we have urban jungle plants. And what I love about urban jungle plants is if you look at the planters, you know, we've talked about like home decor and how home decor actually elevates your space. Look at the stoneware, the natural look of this particular plant, and it's really budget friendly. Cheap houseplants, $14.98, but you have a peperomia obtusifolia variegata, a variegated peperomia obtusifolia, beautiful plant, one of the easier ones to grow, but you'll see that we've got different natural looking planters. So over here, $14.98, we've got another one. Just look at the texture of this one. I love the matte finish, $14.98. And Urban Jungle's motto is plants for mindful living, which I really do think is a thing. I think that, you know, when you grow plants like this gorgeous Calathea dotty, I mean, just look at how deep the purple is. You do live a more mindful life, like you are more present. I mean, even the backs of the undersides of this leaf, super pretty. But, you know, with Calatheas, if you're going to ask me, this is not a beginner friendly plant. I would not want to just steer you to this particular plant if you are somebody that's starting your plant collection. But as you can see here, another type of planter by Urban Jungle Plants. This one is one of the easiest plants to take care of. Again, this is a Sansevieria bird's nest, $14.98. And you can see the subtle differences of the aesthetic, because you can see that now Costa Farms has one that similarly looks like an Urban Jungle planter because of the matte finish, $14.98. And you can see right here, this is a Dracaena white jewel. I don't know if you guys are a fan of like the 5-inch planters. I am, because sometimes you may not always have this space to grow large plants, but that particular one, you know, these are really pretty looking shapes. I love the simplicity of this one. $14.98 for a Croton Petra. Now with crotons, again, these are plants that require quite a bit of light. They actually do better growing outdoors versus indoors because I feel like this particular plant will never really get the lighting requirements needed unless you are growing it under a grow light. But as I pan around here, you can see there are quite a bit of plants. So you might see that variegated Hoya variegated Hoya compacta. We'll see. And of course, there is a sea of beautiful Aglaonema red Siams. This one is for $15.98 in a self-watering planter. So you would just lift this up right here, if I can get it up. Well, if you lift that up, you can actually just put the water in the water reservoir and it's self-watering. Now, Aglaonema red Siam, again, is one that I would recommend, and just look at how beautiful the edges of the leaves are. And this is another one. I just feel like as far as a beginner-friendly plant, this is one of the best beginner-friendly plants. I urge everybody that has been watching my YouTube channel to at least consider buying one Aglaonema red Siam, especially the ones from Costa Farms. I mean, they're budget friendly. They're in a self-watering planter, which makes this planter or this plant, the plant care exponentially easier because you don't have to worry about the watering. Now, as far as Aglaonema, they like to be more on the drier side. Just water the plants when the soil is completely dry. Bright indirect light is best so you can get the beautiful margins, but they are low light tolerant. And then we've got some more self-watering planters. These are all budget-friendly options from Costa Farms. This one right here is for $15.98, and this is an Epipremnum pinnatum Baltic Blue. And this one is another type of plant that is endemic to my home country. Y'all already know, say it with me, the Philippines. This one actually grows native in the Philippines, and it's interesting. The problem with Epipremnum pinnatums is, if you notice right over here, it gets leggy, as in if it doesn't get enough light, you can see that it'll shoot runners versus foliage. And this one honestly needs to be growing on a totem pole or moss pole. The natural way of it growing in its natural habitat is it attaches to trees. It grows up trees and the leaves get larger. The reason why this is leggy is because it's searching for a better light source in order for it to produce more leaves. Now, this one I always showcase, and I'm so happy that it is so much more affordable. This one is a Syndapsis Java Platinum for a low price of $15.98 in a lift top self-watering planter by Costa Farms. You know, Costa Farms is really bringing in a lot of new releases, and a lot of their plants are also going down in price, which for the plant consumer makes it so much more affordable, so much easier for us to attain plants. Like this one right here used to be considered a rare plant, I would say about 3 to 4 years ago, but now it is for the low price of $19.98. It is in a Costa Farms twist top self-watering planter, philodendron ring of fire, and just look at how pretty the variegation is. The only thing I will say about this particular philodendron is it is a reverter, which means if you do not provide it with a lot of bright indirect light, it will get greener foliage and it will lose its variegation. It's not necessarily a stable variegated plant. So just have a little bit of caution whenever you are taking in variegated plants. Sometimes the lighting truly impacts its coloration. Same thing with this one right over here. So this one right here is a philodendron moonlight for $15.98. Look at how beautiful the neon colored leaves are. It's one of the beginner friendly plants, but lighting is imperative for it to do extremely well. So wanted to put that out there and make sure that if you're getting any of these neon colored plants, variegated plants, that you would be looking at lighting especially. And then you can see over here, one of my all-time favorite plants, one of the plants that if you are a beginner, $19.98, this is a Raven ZZ plant. And then just look at how beautiful the leaves are. You can see that the new growth comes out more of a green tone, but then it darkens into this beautiful black foliage. I've said this for several years now, but I do find that black foliage plants are so aesthetically pleasing, very elegant looking. And this one, again, one of the easiest plants because it actually thrives with neglect, meaning if you just leave it alone, let the soil dry out completely and then water, or even if you forget to water, if it stays on the drier side, it's a little bit more forgiving and it can really tolerate lower light conditions on that. So yeah, you can see right over here, we also have another philodendron ring of fire, and you can see that the leaves are getting a little bit larger. Now this one isn't necessarily a climber, but it will eventually need some type of support. Some philodendrons tend to need a little bit more of support in terms of climbing up. And we have another beautiful peace lily here by Urban Jungle Plants. Love the planter, love the green foliage. It is low light tolerant, but it is not drought tolerant. It's a very thirsty plant. And as I just search for that rare plant today, it's still nice to see that these big box stores continue to have really pretty plants like this Syndapsis Mount Salak. This is one of my wish list Syndapsis, $24.98. And then we're gonna go ahead and just look at some more of the plants right over here. It looks like we've got a Hoya, but it's not the Hoya we're quite looking for. I'm still gonna take this down because this is the Hoya carnosa. Who doesn't like looking at Hoyas? I absolutely adore them. Shout out to Karen again for really getting me into Hoyas, because now I look for Hoyas whenever I go big box store plant shopping. Hopefully we get more restocks of Hoyas. Hopefully we get more available at big box stores. I know that Proven Winners has really been working on getting a lot of these hybrids, but this one is for $29.98. Beautiful plant. We've got a golden pothos right over here. This one's a little bit dehydrated. It looks a little droopy. She looks a little sad. So somebody needs to rehydrate her. And then we have a gorgeous Syngonium here, some pink Syngonium that is a little bit on the drier side. This one is $16.98. You know, with Syngoniums, it is something that I have always loved. It was my first house plant that I've ever grown. They're just very thirsty plants, and I think they do better when you are able to put them in like a self-watering planter or growing them semi-hydroponically. And then here is another Hoya right over here. Just look at the variegation of this one. Again, it's one of those situations where I truly regret not getting that variegated inner Hoya compacta. But at the same time, it just didn't speak to me because, you know, sometimes I feel like the hype for me was real in a sense after the plant foldies were telling me how much the value of the plant would cost, is when I really started to regret, because at the end of the day, I think if we're growing plants, we need to grow plants that speak to us or plants that we want to grow, not necessarily plants that are trending, or at least that's always been my mantra. So that's the reason why I'm still showing you beautiful plants like this philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. That one's really pretty, and you can see its neon counterpart right over here, $24.98, Live Trends Design. This one is an example of one that is a little bit droopy and needs a little bit of water, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep searching for it. You never know, because in my previous plant shopping videos, the moment you start to give up is the moment you actually will find a rare plant. So we'll see. You'll have to watch it until the very end, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pan around here and show you some of the plants they have available. We've got a bunch of Phalaenopsis orchids, for instance, right over here. We've got a sago palm right over here. You can see we actually have this new self-watering twist stop planter for $15.98. This one is a ZZ plant, and it's past Father's Day, but you can see that Costa Farms was kind of catering to these as being Father's Day gifts. And then you can see right here, we got some more Aglaonema red Siams. And then we got more different types of strings. I think this is string of bananas for $14.98. Some more cactus and succulents right over here. And then look at these large foliage ring of fires right over here. Like this one's got a really nice size leaf. $19.98 right over here. And then we also have some more beautiful philodendron ring of fires. And then of course we've got some more plants to look at right over here. Lots of Ficus lyrata or fiddle fig leaf trees, $15.98. This one does require quite a bit of light. I'm actually growing my fiddle fig leaf plant outside. So we shall see what your thoughts are on some of the plants we're seeing today. You can see that the aesthetic of this one right over here, $26.98 by Urban Jungle Plants. We've got a two-piece set of Sansevieria bird's nest right over here. We've also got a two-piece set of Ficus lyrata, or not Ficus lyrata, Ficus elastica, and I think this is the ruby. Really love it as well. That would make a desktop, but I mean, take a look at this one right over here. This one is a really pretty planter, very natural looking. This is like a very not so perfect terracotta planter, but look at how beautiful that Sansevieria is right over here. Again, plant foldies, you'll have to let me know in the comment section what your aesthetic is as we continue to look at some of the plants here. And as I spin around, you can definitely see that this particular Lowe's location is quite full. So we may end up finding that particular variegated Hoya compacta from Costa Farms, but if not, there's still plenty of plants to celebrate and look at. So you can even see right over here, we've got a plethora of philodendron white knights by Costa Farms, and then even more philodendrons here. And let's talk about some of these Costa Farms bromeliads as well. These ones right over here, $13.98. What do you think of this bromeliad? Or better yet, what do you think of this particular bromeliad right over here? I love, 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 love the pink tone it has. And this one is also for $13.98. Really love the look of this one as well. And you know, I love pink plants. I feel like I am a sucker for pink plants. You'll have to let me know in the comments section what you think, but just look at these bromeliad blooms. And I'm gonna go ahead and spin the camera back and talk to you guys more so about some of the plants that I am finding at this Lowe's location. Right over plant foldies, I'm back. And before we continue to go plant shopping from some rare houseplants or to look for some rare houseplants at Lowe's, I did also want to point out the fact that if you haven't already and you want something interactive, try my YouTube plant quizzes. It's on every single plant quiz or every single video. All you have to do to access the YouTube plant quiz is to look on the very right-hand corner of your screen. There should be 3 dots. Swipe 3 times to the left and you should have access to the quizzes. Let me know what you think, but it's got some really interesting plant trivia and I appreciate those that continue to do that quiz. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and talk through some of the features of my YouTube channel. And I just love the fact that you guys have been doing the quizzes, but let's look at some of these live trends design plants. Like this one again right here is, how much is this? $11.98. Look at this ZZ plant, easy care plant, one that I would recommend as well. Live Trends Design tends to have more of a modern vibe. Like this one right here is a Dracaena, $19.98 in like a propagation station. So if you want something simplistic, that's what's available there. And actually, I haven't seen this in a while. It's some type of alocasia. Let me know what kind of alocasia this is, but I love the look of that. And what else do we have here? We have more plants around this corner. And speaking of which, we're finding more Hoyas. I am literally another Hoya head. If you are interested, I will be having an unboxing video from Aeroid Asia where they sent me some rare and uncommon Hoyas. Definitely check out the thumbnail here and you can find it on my YouTube channel under my playlist, Importing Houseplants. I'd love for you to check that out. But speaking of Hoyas, this is a really cute Hoya for $19.98. It's on a trellis. This is a Hoya Comingiana. This one is endemic to my home country, which is the Philippines. You know, the Philippines is a Southeast Asian country and it has so many Hoyas that are just literally growing out in the jungles, some that are still not discovered. But this one is one that I definitely want to add to my plant collection at some point. The Hoya Comingiana has been told to me that it is an easier Hoya to take care of. Let me know in the comment section if that is true, because I would love to add one into my plant collection, which goes back to the point of, when you're growing plants, do certain plants like have an emotional attachment for you? Because for me, whenever I see plants that are endemic to the Philippines, there is a certain pride, a certain joy, because of course, the majority of my viewers that watch my plant shopping videos are Americans or live in the United States. And it's such an interesting like dynamic when it comes to how plants are collected and grown indoors on this side of the world and what it looks like on the other side of the world, in Southeast Asia, where literally these plants are like landscape plants. I don't know if that's just me, but I always end up getting super excited to see plants that are endemic to my country or home country, the Philippines. Anyways, let me continue to show you some plants. So as far as like plant aesthetics, again, $29.98. We've got a philodendron pink princess here. Look at the caramel tan planter. It has a moss pole or a pole for it to climb on. It's not the most variegated philodendron pink princess, but look at the stems. It's still pretty. This is, I kind of struggle on whether I'm still a fan of the philodendron pink princess because it gets pretty leggy. And even if you attach it on a pole, it doesn't necessarily mean that the leaves will grow larger. But it's still, needless to say, a beautiful plant. And of course, we're seeing more Monstera Thai constellations, for instance, on a pole, $29.98. So we are finding rare plants. It's just not the rare Hoya that I kind of let go. So if anything, this is a video to teach you if there is a particular plant, YOLO, you live one time, you might as well go ahead and buy it. That is one of my biggest plant or regrets going big box store plant shopping. But you can always say that, hindsight is 2020. Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at some more plants here. This one is one I really love to look at as well. This one is for, let's see, $17.98. Philodendron micans. Look at the beautiful leaves. Look at those velvety textures. This one does get very leggy quickly if you do not provide it with consistent watering. So if you let it dry out completely and let it stay dry for too long, it's going to revolt and actually drop its leaves. Number two, it needs more light. If you don't give it enough light, it's going to shoot runners. And then number three, it is susceptible to spider mites because it's one of those velvety textured leaves like this. They tend to be a little bit more spider mite prone. Otherwise, if you're able to grow this, when you actually water it and actually water the leaves as well, they have a natural, beautiful shine to it. Beautiful plant, $17.98 by Urban Jungle Plants. I love the aesthetic of the planter. Same thing with just this one, $17.98 for a philodendron hederaceum green. This heart leaf philodendron is so pretty as well. Love this one. We also have another type of planter. If you notice Urban Jungle Plants, their aesthetic is quite interesting in the sense that it's got a natural tone, $17.98. We've got a beautiful Epipremnum aureum. This one looks like maybe an Epipremnum global green pothos. What do y'all think? I love it. It's one of those plants, though, that in order to get more of the green on green variegation, you have to provide it with more bright indirect light. So for me, it's another plant that's beginner friendly. I love the simplicity of this particular planter, and it's by Urban Jungle Plants. So it depends on the plant aesthetic. A lot of these big box stores are providing more options, which to me, as I've said in a lot of my plant shopping videos, that big box store plant shopping, you shouldn't be ashamed of shopping at big box stores. And I'm going to go ahead and make a bold statement and say that there is a lot of judgment when it comes to the plant community, whether it's whatever plants you are buying, whether you're getting plants that are basic or you're getting plants that are costing like $10,000. There is like so many opinions. I would say, as long as you know you are not purposely trying to hurt anybody, as long as you know that maybe this is why you buy plants at big box stores, don't let anybody big box store plant shame you. There's a lot of that already going out there. And even me, who is very much aligned with my local plant community, I understand how we have to support local and small businesses, but at the end of the day, sometimes these big box stores are the only option for people because they're not always interested in buying plants from, say, Palm Street or buying plants online. So This is a message that I will continue to talk about in my plant content is go where you're comfortable with, shop, diversify where you buy your plants. So, you can do a combination of both. But I think less judgment and more celebrations, more positivity is the best way to just continue this plant hobby life that we all are interconnected with. Anyways, I know that I'm being very chatty today, and I think a lot of times I'm very chatty when there's something on my mind, and in my mind is like, am I going to find that variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated by Costa Farms? So we'll see. But I am going to show you more of these beautiful, I think when I talk about like modern contemporary vibe, this one has more of like a charcoal texture to it. And then just look at how beautiful this Philodendron heteroecium Brazil, just a common plant, an easy care plant, but one that's readily available. And so say we don't find the rare variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated plant today, at least I can say that I've been able to at least show y'all some of these easy care plants, because everybody wants to go know about the easy care plants, right? I don't know. I'm trying to make myself feel better, because at the end of the day, it would just make my day if I find that plant again. But for now, I'm going to continue to show you some more plants. So this one is a Ficus Audrey. This one is another plant that I love the look of. I had a really large one that I was growing outdoors in full sun, mind you. And I didn't take it inside during the winter, and it froze to death. Winter came and it took this plant, beautiful plant. I love the fact that this can become an indoor tree. You just have to provide it with quite a bit of light. I would just recommend during the warmer months like summer, a plant hack to grow your plants even massive sizes is by taking them outdoors and growing them outdoors when the weather is warmer. This is a prime example of one that you can really increase the growth on it. Beautiful plant. That one is by Urban Jungle Plants for $24.98. So I'm looking, I'm searching, I'm hoping, I'm trying to find the plant. You can see here, this is another beautiful end cap full of plants. So like maybe if I don't find the plant, at least we're able to see more plants. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at some more of the details of the plants. I am going to plug one more thing, and that is, if you haven't already, check out my new podcast, Grow Talks, right over here. There is a playlist that has all of the episodes for season 1. It is a plant podcast that I host every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard US time. I will have another guest with me, and most of the time I will have a live stream or a live after the actual live premiere of the Grow Talks Plant Podcast episode. It'll immediately start after. So I hope you guys can join me. Thank you guys again for tuning into the first couple of episodes. I hope you guys are enjoying it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at some more of the details of the plants we're finding. And let's search for some rare houseplants at this big box store. See here, these are super cute. These are some more miniature Phalaenopsis orchids. I swear these are always available no matter what season. It could be winter and you can still find orchids. You can see right over here, we've got a bunch of air plants as well. $7.98. We've got some Haworthias right over here. These are also for $11.98. And then we've got some Costa Farms tiny plants. So if you're into like doing terrariums, these are three for $9.99, so you can get them. Smaller sizes for terrariums. This one's really cool. I really love just the neon pothos right over here. We've got a Tradescanthia, Schefflera. We've got a Fittonia right over here. So, there's as many different sizes of plants. So if you are somebody that doesn't have a lot of space, you can always start out with a tiny plant from Costa Farms. You can see over here, we're going to be looking at this. So we've got some self-watering planters, more plants, lots of greenery. And you can even see here, this is so pretty to me. This one is, I believe, Crafted Beauty. I don't know the price, but this is a Dieffenbachia. Pretty plant, and it's growing hydroponically. You can see that the roots super healthy. These have become a little bit more trendy over the years, just, growing plants in just straight water. And then you can see right over here, $19.98. This is another Dieffenbachia. It looks like it's a jewelry holder. That's really cool. And then you can see the leaves are right over here. They do remind me of Aglaonema. And then you can just see the different aesthetics we have here. So these are really nicely organized. I love these clear plastic planters. This one is for, let me see, $19.98. So we've got different varieties of those plants. And of course we have these Live Trends Design and Urban Jungle plants. We've got a Monstera deliciosa right over here. And then as I pan around, we have even more plants from Live Trends Design. These are grown hydroponically, $19.98. We've got a beautiful Dracaena Tornado, and just look at that. I think that it's such a pretty plant and just the presentation of it. And I think a lot of times whenever we go plant shopping, sometimes we just look at the plant, but I really do think that sometimes even just delving into the aesthetics of like the presentation of the plant actually elevates it. I'm gonna try to get this one right here, for instance. I mean, just look at this Dieffenbachia right over here, just beautiful foliage. Love that as well. Now with Dieffenbachia, these are the dumb cane plants. They do require quite a bit of light, lots of bright indirect light. They're a little bit more susceptible to spider mites. Water them consistently, otherwise they will get leggy and drop their leaves. They do prefer higher humidity levels as well. And then you can just see over here, this is another aesthetic that I love. This one is for $15.98. Just that gunmetal look, that metal look. This is a Sansevieria right over here, Sansevieria bird's nest, low light tolerant, drought tolerant as well. And then we have this Peperomia right over here. This is a Peperomia obtusifolia. And just look at the planter. What do y'all think, plant foldies? Is this your plant aesthetic? Is that your vibe? For me, it's definitely my vibe. And you can see that it's actually blooming. So these little rat tails are actually its blooms, which I find quite interesting. And then right over here, there's one more I want to pull up just because I love the aesthetic. Look at how gorgeous this Aglaonema red Siam is in this planter. So it's a different planter, more of like a mocha latte color. $15.98. That is a steal when you think about just the planter, the plant aesthetic. And this would look so pretty if it actually had like leaf shine, just to really enhance the color of that red. And that's another thing too, as far as plant products, I've really been indulging into We the Wild neem oil spray. Those just went on clearance at Target for 50% off. Definitely check that out. And then you can see here these beautiful, cute Haworthias here, $11.98. So I'm still trying to find that Hoya compacta intervariegated. I'm thinking maybe, I don't see it right here. I mean, and it's super full. Right over here, it's just not showing today. I don't know if somebody picked it up. You'll have to let me know in the comment section if it is gone or if I'm going to get lucky. You'll have to watch until the very end because like the other big box or plant shopping video, it's at the very end when I actually found it. But let's look at some more plants here. This one is a variegated Dracaena sandriana, $5.98 in a self-watering wick planter. Love that. So all of these Costa Farms exotic angels, if you're looking for beginner friendly plants, you've got a plethora of them here. You're always going to find them. And then you can even see right here, we've got our favorite Hedera helix, or the correct way to say it is the Hedera helix. This one is for $8.98. Really love the look of that. We also have the Pixie Dixie Hedera helix. This one is another beautiful shape in terms of an English ivy. These just do so much better when they're grown outdoors. Like they really do so much better than growing indoors because they're such spider mite prone plants. And then you can see we've got some large Phoetonias here. There's two different kinds. This one is a Superbia Phoetonia for $8.98. And then we also have this one right over here. This one is the Juanita Phoetonia for $8.98. Another pretty Phoetonia plant here. Look at just the veining of the leaves of this plant. Do you grow Phoetonias? Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies. As you know, I love hearing from y'all. and I'm searching for a hanging basket, and this is one that I found. This one is a Peperomia serpens. And just look at how cute the leaves are. It's like little miniature hearts. They're trailing, and this is for $21.98 in an 8-inch hanging basket by Costa Farms. So Costa Farms, I hope that I can find that variegated inner Hoya compacta. And then you can see I did find a Hoya, but it's not the one I'm really wanting to find today. This is a Hoya Bretonnier. And you can see right over here, this one is for $21.98. Still a pretty plant, but not the Hoya I'm searching for. I am happy to see more Hoya hanging baskets for sure, and that one kind of fell. I need to get that trellis. But let me go ahead and take this out. I'm just dropping all sorts of trellises. This is bad. But look at this right here, that Hoya Bretonnier, $21.98. Let me go ahead and pick up these trellises that I dropped right over here. There goes one, and there goes another one. So I'm a good customer in the sense that I just pick up after myself. And then look at this Hydra Helix. This one is the Florida Ivy, and she is also pretty for $5.98. Just that the leaves are very much so pointy, and I enjoy the look of it. I just don't enjoy trying to grow it long term in my space. But let's go ahead and spin around here, look at some more plants, look at some more of these exotic angel plants. And it looks like people have been searching for those hanging baskets. This is not the one I was looking for, but this is a beautiful Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess for $21.98. Not the Hoya compacta inner variegated. Part of me feels like somebody snagged it when they saw my plant shopping video, or better yet, they were smarter than me and realized that it was a super rare plant find at a big box store. But we are still looking at pretty plants. You never know, we may end up finding it in today's video or something brand new. So stay till the end to see it. And y'all let me know what kind of plants you want me to try and film as I go big box store plant shopping. I am always open to trying to search for some of the plant finds you guys want me to see. But as you can see here, I don't know if we can find it. This is some of the plant selection, and you can see that this is a pretty full on Lowe's location. I am happy to find a really nice looking pearls and jade pothos, $21.98. Another pretty plant right over here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hang these because they'll be a little bit more enticing for somebody to purchase if they are presented in a way that makes them more stylized. And then take a look at this highly variegated Ficus Taniki. Look at how pretty that is. And those are for $24.98. That's actually a really good size, really good variegation as well. And you can see its other version right over here. This one is the Ficus Ruby. So there's two different kinds. The lighter albo version is the Taniki, and then we also have the Ruby right over here. These are Costa Farms plants, and you can see that they're instant gratification plants, and for under $30, $29.98, you can find large statement piece plants. You can see this particular one right here is a Dracaena Massangiana, and that one is for $36.98. And we just have more plants here. I'm going to continue to just spin around, search for the plants, and just take you alongside with me, maybe give you some more insights about some of my future projects. But you can see right here, look at how pretty this ZZ Raven plant is by Costa Farms. And right next to it is a Ficus Elastica Burgundy. So you can see that they have like these dark foliage plants, also known as like Gothic looking plants. And then you can see quintessential classic Aglaonema Silver Bay. Love this plant. It's one that I definitely would add to my plant collection. And then you can see we've got a bunch of Monstera Deliciosas. The green form, $29.98. It's one that I would feel like we should always look into. actually growing into our plant collections. I mean, this is a new leaf that's still not hardened, but look at how pretty that is. And then we have a bunch of Sansevieria moonshines right over here, $24.98. And this is actually a pretty cool size because it does take a while for snake plants to get to this size. So, you know, as far as Costa Farms is concerned, as far as this Lowe's, for instance, I mean, just look at how full it is. Super full. Where are you, variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated form? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple more plants and maybe give you a recap. Maybe I'll get lucky to find it. We shall see. Okay, plant foldies. So we're down to the last stretch. What plants were you liking to see in today's video? I know that during the summer, we still get quite a bit of plants, plant restock. So maybe if it's not today, know that if you haven't already pressed the subscribe button with all the notifications turned on, go ahead and do so because it's big box store plant shopping. You're going to find that rare plant with me if you join me on my plant journey. And again, I did want to say thank you to all of the plant foldies that literally will watch my plant shopping videos. Sometimes I will do like a two-part compilation video where I'll combine two previous big box or plant shopping videos. I still appreciate you guys for even checking it out. I do encourage y'all to also look at the community tab right over here. That one is basically if you click on my YouTube channel, you can see community in the page. You can post your pictures. You can post questions. It's a way to interact with each other, and I highly encourage it. I do want to shout out all of the plant foldies that take the time to do so. And if you also didn't see, I recently uploaded my Las Vegas trip travel blog right over here. Just look for it on the YouTube channel page. I actually have it up. That's actually a YouTube membership tier exclusive that I made public to give you an idea of what extra content you would get if you join my YouTube membership tier, the Super Plant Foldies. I would hope you guys would consider that just because it's literally just $3.99. But by joining, you get so many additional perks, additional content. You get to know me a little bit more personal. And at the end of the day, it just makes my channel even more sustainable because full transparency, it helps pay for my gas money. So that alone is a huge deal. So definitely check out, join my YouTube membership tier. Let's go ahead and do some final, oh my gosh, I think I might have found it. We'll have to see at the end. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at some of the other hanging basket plants. So what I love about Costa Farms 6-inch hanging baskets like this pothos, golden pothos, $16.98. Look at how super full it is. It actually looks pretty big as well. And it's a really good price, $16.98. Like, why would you not want to get a beginner-friendly plant? And that is why I am always constantly trying to recommend easy care plants in my videos. You can see this is a Hawaiian spider plant that we have as well for $16.98. We're gonna spin around here and look at some more exotic angel plants before we mosey over and see if we actually found that Hoya. We have this one right here. This one is not the Hoya I was looking for, but this is another Hoya. Somebody let me know in the comment section what this Hoya is, but this one has been making it into the big box stores. It's trailing. It's for $16.98, and it is definitely living its best life, in a sense that it's still growing vigorously while being at a big box store. It's another one right over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one off, and actually it has the plant ID. So it's a Hoya Splash, but it's this Hoya right here. And you can see that this is another Hoya that is literally just growing out of control. And as far as this one, I don't know, for my Hoya heads, for anybody that likes these types of Hoyas, would you recommend growing this particular one? Do you think $16.98 is a good price for this? You already know. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies. But we're gonna go ahead and just continue to hunt for rare plants at big box stores. Where are you? Is she here? Is that variegated inner Hoya compacta at this Lowe's location? Or was she the one that got away? Oh my gosh. On better news though, I will say, if you didn't know, I will also be attending the Another Plant show in Austin, July 18th. So if you're in that Austin show, let's hang out. Definitely check the details on my Instagram page. Follow me at Grow Folds. Let's look at this one right here. So let's just look at some syngoniums. This one is a syngonium for $8.98. Look at how pretty that is. Again, syngonium care, I would say you really need to be growing them up a pole versus letting them trail, because they will get smaller leaves and they will actually provide runners. But you know, Costa Farms, they have these syngoniums. This one is the Berry Illusion. So it's got more of a grayish tone to it, $8.98. And it does have this self-watering wick, which makes it so much easier to care for syngonium. So I don't know, plant foldies. I truly feel like I may have let a rare plant go away, but you know, this goes to show that as much as we love plants, just know that even if, say, I let that one particular Hoya go away, it is a big box store plant and it may not show up for a while, but I will tell you it will show up at some point soon, because it is a big box store plant. And, you know, again, shout out to Costa Farms, shout out to Justin Hancock. If you didn't know, he's one of the head horticulturists for Costa Farms. He recently produced a book and you can actually get pre-orders for his book. I'm definitely wanting one where he signs it. So we'll see. But overall, I think this one is an Epipremnum pinnatum of some sort for $16.98. Still a pretty plant, but it's not the one I was looking for. And yeah, is it it? Is it it, guys? Is it it, y'all? Is it it? Oh my gosh, it's not it. I thought it was, not really. I knew it wasn't, but I wanted to keep you guys in suspense. But yeah, $16.98. We've got another Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess. Not a bad price, but it's not the Hoya we were looking for. So I don't know, I want to take a deep breath, but this one actually has more like narrow type leaves. So that's kind of cool. But I think for today's big box store plant shopping video, I wouldn't say that it was a failure. I would just say that it's one of those situations where at least we got to hang out, at least we got to see some plants, at least you know that that variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated form is available at big box stores. If anything, it does teach me a lesson. I can always pull out my credit card. I mean, I can get credit card assist. It's not that bad. And it's not like I've been buying a million and one plants like I used to. I have really downsized a lot of my plants throughout 2026, but you can still see here, plant foldies, while we may not have found a new rare houseplant at this Lowe's, where literally it was one of those elusive Hoyas, at least we got to hang out. At least I was able to give you guys a little glimpse of some of the plants that we are finding at big box stores. Like I said, again, definitely reply to the pinned comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your wish list plants. Y'all know y'all hear me. There's several of you guys that watch. Can you please leave a comment in the comment section, because I do love to read them, or more so, I just like to interact with y'all. Like, let's get the conversation going. In today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and recap today's video and just basically say, you know, you can go big box store plant shopping, especially for summer 2026. You will be able to find some rare and uncommon finds. Some of the ones that I've found, for instance, would be the variegated Philodendron heteroecium, definitely the variegated Hoya compacta inner variegated form, which we were specifically looking for. There are other rare plants that we're finding, and I'm pretty sure as summer heats up even more, we will find plants. You know, ways again to save money on plants, compare and contrast your plant pricing. Now, sometimes big box stores can give you the best options. Some big box stores are cheaper than others, and sometimes local nurseries and small businesses actually have cheaper alternatives. Or better yet, you can always trade cuttings, propagations with friends, or even Facebook groups. That's one thing that I'm also learning, is that you can just get starter plants from your friends, attend a plant swap, that sort of thing. As far as easy care plants, you already know I love to recommend pothos plants like this one, philodendron hederaceums, syngoniums, philodendrons in general. And that's basically it. I know that we've been getting very lucky finding plants, but today we may not have found a rare plant per se, but we did surround ourselves with a lot of beautiful plants. My message for you, for anybody that is watching today's video, is again, you woke up today, you are able to control your own storyline and destiny. Always make your always make an effort to make it your best day. Try to just keep moving, keep fighting, keep making yourself do things that bring you joy, because at the end of the day, you only live once, and it's your way of at least giving yourself that self-care. If that means surrounding yourself with houseplants, that means that you're buying plants, propagating plants, sharing plants, being chatty with me, whatever it is. I know today's video I've been super chatty, but I'm in such a good mood because you guys always take the time to invest in me. Thank you for watching my podcast. But for now, my name is Richie at Growfolds. Good vibes only, good vibes always, and I'll see you on the next one. But before you do that, there is a YouTube video that I'm pointing right here. Go ahead and either team replay it, watch it, rewatch it, but let's continue the plant shopping video fun by watching more of my videos. I'll see you again on the next one. Bye. See ya.